welcome back everybody to the SaltyyShow, and welcome back to our Palmyra campaign on Total War Rome 2 Empire Divided, a legendary run, episode 3. Hope you guys are doing well today. If you're all, like and subscribe as always. Without further ado, to catch you up if you did not watch the episode, the last one, which I highly recommend doing, as you'll see me absolutely, basically crap my pants, as we ended the episode off of defending Diospolis down here with our beloved General Septimus, which that is one thing I'm gonna have to pay attention to, because I had Septimus. I had to make sure I redid all my actions, as legendary turns do not save, like they save, I believe, at the start of the turn, end of the turn, or well, yeah, basically like that, or after battles. So any actions taken between then, if I don't end the turn, we don't do. So heads up if you play legendary, but we still have all our achievements going. Everything's going swell, and I hope you guys are enjoying it so far. That was an amazing battle. I haven't felt that much pressure to win a battle in a really long time. So that was really fun for me. And this legion here is all but devastated. So to catch you up to speed, Zenobia herself is recruiting a mob of Egyptian infantry to besiege Alexandria, securing Egyptus. Our agent, Gaius Fondatus Nepos here, is watching Amanon, as it has a auxiliary barracks, meaning they could reform an army there. And we want to be careful. We want to make sure they don't go along this dirt road to try and take Memphis, or even dangerously move back down to Diospolis. Meanwhile, we are repositioning our garrison legions, trying to keep public order across the empire stable. And Edessa, we are building a shrine to try and fix the public order, along with our Latin influence being nothing. We dismantled a religious gathering in Dora Europolis last episode. I am literally building this one for one turn just to stop us from losing or having that turn into a slum. For now, knock on wood everybody, for now, our northern border sits quietly. Our northern border is not under assault just yet. We are getting 2.5 food from her, so I don't really... we can move her without problem. I'd like to go see what's going on here. Okay, so Lydia and Galatia are still in war, and Lydia seems to be suffering some attrition shortages. As long as these two can stay bickering and stay fighting, I am a-okay with that. It keeps them off of our back. Meanwhile, our friends, the Lockmids, are pushing the Sassanids for their money. They have retaken Ctesiphon, so I'd like to go spy on that, see what kind of force they have. Okay. So they do have a sizable army. Ooh, it's full of levy spears, shieldless infantry. They have some Dalamite infantry though. Cataphracts, and their general looks really cool. Their garrison is sitting rather strong. Okay, so we'll deploy her there for now. The Lockmans though hopefully can prove to give the Sassanids a run for their money. And if they can keep them off our ass, I will take it. Meanwhile,
I greet you in my mind.
Damn. I would love to establish some diplomatic ties. We really need it. Like, this isn't good, guys. This is not good at all. I wish Armenia wasn't a satrap of the Sassanids, because they have a really strong grip on their satrapies. They're not gonna like break or waver anytime soon. So diplomacy wise, we're looking as bare bones as ever, despite being quite the trading faction. Without further ado though, we're recruiting everything we can up there. We need to finish this army off to make sure they don't recruit the mercenary pike that we have sitting here, which theoretically with a bit of cash we could get it. But I'm fairly, knock on wood, I'm gonna keep knocking on wood, y'all, because we have like 8 achievements going for this campaign, and I don't want to lose any. So like every move, every decision we make, it could spell the end for one of those achievements. But we are going to use the Legion of Septimus, or well, what remains of it, to sally forth and engage this army here. It's 66 men. The only thing I'm scared about is the javelins. So without further ado, let's run amok and destroy what remains of this Egyptian legion. So, truth be told, I really did think about skipping this battle for you all, but I figured you might enjoy some early engagement. I've skipped ahead for most of the battle as, you all don't want to know how long it took me to find this army. These two, what was left of this attacking force that, we are getting revenge for against, for Septimus. Very, very good at hiding in a treeless forest. At least from our pikemen. And our cav are way in the back because I don't want to lose the unit that's supposed to actually kill the enemy. And no, this is the fastest this thing goes, by the way. We're using our pikes to scout. I am trying to find them if you can't tell yet. But there's only like one more place left to search. And thankfully, we do finally find them. Appearing right before our eyes are the avocado cohort and their Roman levies. Get a nice little look at this unit, actually. Like, pretty badass. Unfortunately, they do get a javelin throw off on our poor mercenaries, but we have there's no reason to keep these guys, so we are going to get in there and start doing some damage with our... I thought those were twirly pikes. I was like, that's pretty unique. But just with our pikemen. And our cav is going to come down here and target the general. As we definitely don't want these... Yeah, you can see that they're really starting to deal some damage, but we are going to get a lovely little strike on the avocado cohort. Taking some of their men down. I need to start using the WASD controls for battles in Rome 2. We're going to do a lovely little rear charge. This is such a minor engagement, but we're going to have a lot of these, I feel like, this season because we just have to fight, or this series, because we have to fight every one of them. If it's truly not worth your time as the campaign develops, I was worried we were going to lose our general there. As the campaign develops, though, I'll cut them out for you guys, unless you tell me you want to see every engagement, every single loss of life. But we do need to deal with the general as he is using his javelins to snipe our cavalry, which is just rude. But our pikemen have formed up, and they're going to get in there. Not actually really use their spears, which is not a good thing for them. But they have so few units. Our cav are going to come in here, decimate the general, and mop up what remains of the governor's forces. And with this, all that's left to take in Egypt is Alexandria herself. And that is for Septimus. That general wasn't even in the original one, but that's what you get, buddy. We will, of course, release the Romans, as we're not crazy, but we're definitely going to only do that because it improves public relations or diplomatic relations. Quick heads up, there might be a bark. Oh no, he's coming back in here. Alright, so I do think we're going to keep Timagist down here in this garrison for now, as we don't have much cash. And I'm actually curious. No, we can't get anything that's worth it, so we're just going to let that recruit or construct for a turn and go from there. I do believe we're ready to end the turn, though. I want to keep the little bit of cash we have. Yeah, alright. Alexandria is on the list for next turn. Let us find out what happens. I played this a second ago, and the turn timers weren't too bad, so as long as they don't get too bad, I'm going to keep them in. Yeah, that was perfect. So we... Ooh, rampant piracy. Pirates are a serious problem. +2 fleet, pirate hunting, rampant piracy. Yeah, just hunt them. We definitely don't plan on recruiting anything with our ships. Syria is encouraged population, which is going to do a lot of benefits to us. And so for Palmyra, our household, a plus authority, a battlefield runner, daunting, loyal.
Ready for battle.
So he is loyal now. What does that do for us? +2 zeal, plus. That is interesting. Okay, you know what? That kind of counteracts. That kind of counteracts. Let's go for the watch goose. And then someone else earned daunting. What is that? Threat of destruction, +10 zeal for the target. Wait, sometimes a reputation for violence. +10 zeal for the target army's general. So if I put him in an army, he's gonna have a lot of zeal. Okay. 4% chance, line of sight. Do we want any of that, or do we want steel? Let's get thief. As I've lost the armies. I have a feeling they're going for Adamantu, not Hatra. But let's go find out. Oh, nope, the Lockmans have 2 stacks here, and they're pushing for Sestif. Oh, there's that army. Okay, I just didn't see it. I'm very curious to see what happens here. If the Lockmans end up replacing the Sassanids in Mesopotamia, I'm gonna laugh pretty hard. Let's go ahead and deconstruct that so that we can build something legitimate, such as a muster field. I do want Palmyra to be able to recruit an army. I want to be able to bring up an army, and plus it'll give Dora Europus a sizable garrison. Everything else is looking okay. Public order is stabilizing. Alright, Lydia is bringing an army full of Roman levies, some Vigiles. Galatia is trying to recruit a force. I see Lydia, not Libya, I apologize. Lydia is, they went back to Ankara here, and they took it. Alright, so Galatia is on the back foot. They're about done for. Lydia has secured most of Asia Minor. The one benefit we have is the fact that they're already at war with Armenia and the Sassanids, I believe. Oh, no, yeah, they are. Okay, so they do have bigger fish to fry. Hopefully. You know, Gallic Rome appears to be making a push for Italy itself, taking down the Roman pretenders. They've taken the north of Italy. Rome still sits in their hands, but who knows? And it looks like Rome, Aurelius's Rome, is coming up from Syracuse. We have bigger problems. We will deal with them later. So for now, I do think...
Advance!
Yeah. I think we're going to lay siege to Alexandria. We have 6 turns. And a settlement with an open port will take twice as long to fall. We could blockade the port, but that would potentially incentivize the Egyptians to build a navy somewhere. They are recruiting a new force here. What is your percentage to assassinate? 16%. Oof, we would lose a lot of money. I'm thinking it's better that we try to recruit some troops here. Maybe get some pikemen. 500, yikes. Alright, maybe not. Maybe just some Vigiles. They have a huge melee defense. Their morale's really low. We could get some spearmen. Go for a couple spearmen. And let's get some auxiliary archers. And thankfully, everywhere else is pretty okay. We're gaining culture control there. We're losing it there still, but we are building some buildings to help us. I'd rather jump, because he can't make it. So I'd rather jump on the assault. We get 2 ladders, I believe, or is it 4? We get 4 ladders. That's plenty to assault the garrison with. Let's go ahead and take Alexandria for Zenobia, for her kingdom. And welcome everybody to the Battle of Alexandria. Long waiting in our conquest so far. The capital of Egyptus stands before us, ready to welcome our conquerors, or liberators if you are on our side. But they're not gonna give it to us without a fight, as the garrison has all but abandoned the walls, but to their credit, it's decently effective, as they have a lot of skirmisher units, and they do have one and some vigiles, I believe, or vigiles guarding the gatehouse, but other than that, nothing else is on the walls, and that leaves us open for ranged attacks by these javelin forces down here. And they're rather effective against our poor Egyptian infantry. Not to mention the fact that there is a good bit of pathfinding issues here. And the first men, oh my god, the first men coming through are going to be dealing with the Roman levies coming at us. And really getting into it immediately. This garrison was rather... this garrison really wasn't messing around. We are gonna fight. Our forces are trying to capture their towers as well over here, taking a lot of damage from the ranged units there. But eliminating that tower so it stops shooting the rest of our men is pretty important. Meanwhile, one of our other units is heading to the gatehouse to try and take it from the skirmisher units here. We can see some of their forces coming for us. Our first unit, as you can see, has already been basically decimated. And the AI doing something a little clever here, pulling out their unit and letting us kind of just... I mean, we have nobody reinforcing just yet. Our men aren't ready to get off the walls yet, and they're going to send in another unit that has used... Well, they're actually going to resend it, my bad. They're going to send the Roman legions back in, and with a new javelin throw that we seem to be braced for just a bit better. We do have our hillmen engaged in battle as well. We're using all our cannon fodder, obviously, with the Egyptian levies, the hillmen, the light skirmishers. Nothing major just yet. Our Palmyra legions are staying out of the fight for now. I believe at this point, yes. At this point, our secondary, we've captured that tower over there behind us, and we're going to engage their skirmishers now. How he's putting up a fight with that tiny dagger, I'll never know. Thankfully, our Egyptian infantry are going to be a lot better at dealing with their skirmishers. Yeah. Their little daggers aren't going to do too much. That cannot be said, though, for our main entry point, as they are putting all of their effort into holding us here. And we are losing quite a few men. As you can see. Ooh, that was a cool little combat animation there. We are piling more and more forces in here, but it really is at quite the cost. Some of our men are exposed here. Ooh, a good kill. How long will he live to tell the tale? It doesn't look like very long. He's being hit by... Oh, he died. I didn't even see who killed him. Damn. They're really trying to keep their alliance, but their units, some of the, actually that is our unit running, I'm pretty sure. Ooh, getting a lot of cool killing animations here. I love it. This is one thing, like, man, I've really got such an itch to play Rome 2 again. The battles, for what they are, like, they have their caveats. Like, this siege could have gone a lot better had I not had so many pathfinding issues getting off the walls. But, like, the atmosphere of antiquity along with the fact that the battles feel so good to watch, it really does make an enjoyable experience. Rome 2 had such a redemption arc, and I have a bit of nostalgia. That could be affecting it as well. But we are going to chase the enemy. They're finally on the run, and we're not letting them get away. Our men are going to avenge their fallen brothers and finally put an end to these Roman levies. By far one of the deadliest units in a garrison. I really do love the Sol Invictus HD mod that I'm using. They really did a good job with this reskin. And thankfully now we have javelin support on the walls, meaning we're gonna decimate these units. Either by sword or by jab. They break, and now all that's left is securing the gatehouse and then the city square. I am slowly marching our legions up, as it appears that we are going to need them, but that is all we're going to bring in. We're going to bring in our 2 full-fledged legions and send them around the sides here to go for the victory point, while what's left of the initial assault force makes their way to claim the gatehouse from what's left of the garrison. Oh, a lovely javelin throw in there. Kind of overshooting quite a few, but that's fine. We pay them to be cannon fodder, not soldiers, apparently. But yeah, see, I don't know. This is, like, especially with DEI, like, I'm enjoying playing vanilla Rome 2 Empire Divided for the most part. But, like, especially with DEI, they do a amazing job with the battles and, like, just the overall feel. Can't preach that mod enough. For all of Rome 2's caveats, it's pretty amazing, and really, I mean, it and Attila are some of the last historical titles we got. I'm doing my best to get into Pharaoh. If you're watching both of these, I hope you don't feel betrayed, but I am struggling still to get into Pharaoh. I'm trying. Wow, that dude is having a hell of a day. He is still going. My dude. I'm waiting for him to just die of a heart attack. There we go. There's the heart attack. But I am still struggling to get into Pharaoh. The battles do... The audio sounds great for the most part, but... Like, see, look at that. That was so cool. But the battles still feel very iffy to me, anyways. But I was not a fan of Troy, and it's built on the same sort of engine and precipice, so it could just be that issue. But with that campaign or battle update, we are moving to the walls now, as our poor skirmishers have been dealing with the Vigile unit up here, and they are making progress, but they're not gonna win this fight. So what's left of our infantry need to get up there immediately. A couple of our men picking off. Oh my god, yeah. Jesus, I love that. So cool. So very cool. And see, this is what I'm talking about. Rome 2 has some issues. I'm issuing a attack order onto the Vigiles, or the Vigiles, and the pathfinding is just not working. It cannot figure out how to get up there until I issue just a move up their order, and then it works. So, you know, there are quirks to Rome 2, for sure. I am very excited, though, to see what the next historical Total War will be, because they're already done with it. They've stated they're already done with Pharaohs, so I assume they might have a couple patches to fix some bounces, but I don't think they're going to stick with it. I'm still trying to figure out the movement issue. But yeah, our skirmishers, though, really did do a decent job over here. Like, they're kicking ass, surprisingly. But we do finally get up here. No, I'm excited. I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. What do you think the next historical title is going to be? I think the Bronze Age threw us for a loop, but I'm intrigued to see what they'll do next. And also on the fantasy side, a lot of people are predicting 40k. I'm not big into 40k, but I'm finally giving Warhammer 3 a try and like properly getting into it, and I've had a lot of fun playing it again. But 40, but I don't know. I don't know. We're gonna have to wait and find out. We are now flooding the walls, dealing with what few hostile Romans remain. The one feature Rome 2 I wish it had was a cinematic mode, because this is so much more rough around the edges recording cinematic battles. We are now breaking the enemy though. They are fleeing. They're surrounded. If they can make it out, they're trying to. Some of our men are very eager though and giving chase, but they're going to flee the city, which is honestly a smart move. Just watch out for Zenobia. She might be a little mad out there. But our forces do remain here. We're going to line them up down there. Meanwhile, our legion is in action, and they're going to have a lovely little stroll through the city, down this causeway here to the victory point, and deal with the last few remaining troops. And one thing I wanted to try out was see if our javelin forces here could deploy, but sadly, I don't actually. We're gonna have to see if it works, but all that remains is a single Evocati or a single Roman unit chilling down here. Yeah, the general. He did not partake in the battle at the gate, which probably would have been very needed. But we are going to take the last little bit. I thought they were going to charge our spearmen, but they did not. But our Egyptian infantry once again going for the win. Dealing with the enemy. And obviously we are very outnumbered against a cohort unit here. The Egyptian infantry will lose. But our Palmyra legions stand behind them, and we're going to issue an attack to get that jab throw off and absolutely destroy a couple of troops. And we're going to continue doing that, where we're going to let them free fire into the enemy. Oh yeah. Our skirmishers are here now as well. Oh my god. Pila is just... That guy has 3 Pila in him. This is a sad day. But with that general running, that is the end. And Alexandria is ours for the taking. And with a bit of a costly victory, to the auxiliaries anyways, that is, Alexandria is ours. And we will be occupying it, yeah.
The queen is ready. I fight for the people.
So Alexandria is finally fallen to us. We have secured Egyptus. We didn't get that, and we needed 5 technologies. That's unfortunate. We're only going to get 2 grand from the objectives. I should have paid attention to the tech. We were so close, and I'm assuming we're not going to be able to beat it in one turn. We could try... What is this going to give us? Morale and melee. That's kind of needed. That's kind of needed. So we could very swiftly take that region. We do need a bit of Romanization. Going on here. Do we have slaves as an issue? Just -4. That's fine. Who did this region go to? It went to us. Good. Okay. It went to us, so we could get tax rate. Reduces slave population decline. I don't know why that's a good thing. Why would that be a good thing? Either way, we have secured both of these, plus 20 line of sight for all fleets. That's actually a really good boon. I guess for now, let's just get Romanization. Let's make sure we start boosting that. 1 army capacity. We do not have the cash to convert. I'd rather... assume power. I'll tell you what, screw it. Let's go for that. See if we can trick the objective somehow. If they trigger both. Let's see if it does that. Meanwhile, you're recruiting forces. I actually am going to stop that. Because the Blimmy are neutral. Well, actually,
I greet you as
ooh, they're
befits your
happy with
reputation.
us.
Now, friend, speak plainly, so that we may fall to haggling.
Oh, they will be a client state. That is highly advantageous, especially since the Mori are friends to the Blimmy, and our southern neighbors are not at all against us. Trade, military, client state. Can we get money out of them? Oh, we can. What is this? What? Oh, oh my god. Oh. What? That was so great. Oh my lord.
I will be
We just got 3 grand from them.
I greet you.
Well, we just got up to 3 grand, and we've secured our southern border. They will protect our south. That was a hell of a lucky streak right there. We should be safe from southern incursions. Wow, I am stunned. All right, let's go over here. We are building that. Good. The Lockmids are waging war against them. I always want to do a double check because I do not want to run the risk of accidentally doing something I shouldn't. And speaking of doing something I shouldn't, I think we need to swap these generals. Plus 20 public order penalties due to local presence of foreign cultures. So if we... So you both can reach that, right? Yes. Alright.
Ready for battle. To your duties, men.
Very nice.
Ready? We cannot do that. Ready for battle.
Oh, we could have swapped the armies, I guess, because you have a really good trade, don't you? Yeah, you have 8 public order. That was dumb.
At your command.
Okay, well, lesson learned. That's fine. I mean, 1 turn will not kill us, but we need to... We did that for a reason. I wanted to get some new troops. Mainly, I just wanted to get... Oh, we can't do it next turn.
Commander.
Or this turn, anyways. But I want to get some Vigiles going because they're going to be better at defending settlements. Alright, but with that... let's go ahead and actually grab some... We've got 3 strong spear units. Palmyran legionaries are not to be trifled with. I do think... So the auxiliaries, these are the same. We could get some really strong cav. I would love to have some good cav.
It is a great and glorious thing to fight for our cause.
And... 2 more cohorts. We could get 3. That would be nice. Alright, yeah. That's pretty good. That's an expensive investment, but that's pretty good. Meanwhile, I do think I'm going to keep everything here for now. We need sanitation, though. Plus 2 sanitation. We could build it here. Well, we're gonna demolish this, so because I don't think there's ever enough benefit to the practice field for it to be worth it. You get an army recruitment slot, and then you just get 5 melee defense, melee attack, missile, infantry range or damage, or melee infantry melee attack, and this is melee defense. And then it goes up 1 more where you can get 10% for the total of, and 1 recruitment slot. So I never think it's worth it. Well, we're not going to dismantle it because we need that extra slot for now. but we're definitely not going to keep it.
We hunger for battle.
With the south secured...
Faster, damn you all.
Let's go ahead and force march him up here.
Get to it, men.
That will go down next turn. Egypt is on the precipice of destruction, which is great. Minus 10 man, you're still so high. Minus 10 banditry, but it's doing a minus 7. How intriguing that.
How can I
Are you
serve?
increasing the banditry, sir? It doesn't say you are, but I bet you are somehow. Everything else is looking rather swell. We've spent all our cash. Let's end the turn and see if we get a big payout. The southern break with the Blimy, that's really good. I cannot say how good that is. As long as they stay in power and nothing crazy happens, we're secured. Egyptus to the south is
The
secured.
Senate's favor and friendship.
All right, so they are going to start recruiting. If we can assassinate him, we might be able to... Okay, we did. We got it. Yes, we tricked it. Very nice. So we secured the mistress of Egypt. Northern expansion. Zenobia's next move was to establish a foothold in Asia Minor to facilitate her further expansion. Unfortunately, the entire peninsula was held by forces loyal to Emperor Aurelian. Research following technology in battle. Gain war favor. Grant morale. That's very doable. Alright, so Lydia has eliminated Galatia.
Swift and silent, a shadow among shadows.
So we know there's an army there. I want to see where is there... Oh, and Armenia, but Armenia's coming in. Very nice. A Gallic Bard. I like the authority. The extra authority is pretty good. Yeah, Galatia is gone. Nabatea has gone to war with the Sassanids. I see that is also because the Sassanids have finally taken Adaman down there. But that does give Nabateans a fairly easy expansion route to engage them. And the Lochmans now own Hatra and they're friendly to us. So I'm okay with that. Let's go back over here and get that objective complete.
Commander.
We're doing pretty okay here. I think it's definitely worth dismantling that. Latin is on the rise. So public order really should stabilize itself fairly quickly. Buildings, taxes, and slaves are really the only big instigators here.
I fight for the people.
So with our new army, we could easily march... Ooh, they're gonna get 8 units. Let's see if we can assassinate him. Damn.
I will do anything for Rome.
He leveled up. But sadly, we did not get the assassination. Terrifying. Let's go ahead and pop that because we need to pop him. Threat of destruction plus 10 zeal for the target army's general. I don't know why it's listed as a bad thing. Is 10 zeal horrible to have? Because to me it sounds like a lovely thing to have. So they could easily push over here. We're going to need to prepare for that. Memphis has a garrison of 7, but they're not fully done replenishing. So
Come, fight for Rome.
I'm really thinking 2 pikes is pretty good.
Make haste. I fight for the people.
And we could easily take here. Let's go do that. Yep.
I shall take this settlement.
We could potentially encircle them and draw them out. They're not gonna get very good units. Now that I'm thinking about it, you know? I do think we can demolish the auxiliary barracks. We're getting pikemen from this building. Alright. Public order is stabilizing across the realm. It's even actually...
Battle. Commander,
So,
at your command. Commander,
stupidly enough, I'm going to pull him out. I'm going to force march you over here.
out is left behind.
Because, yeah, he's going to increase
Commander.
public order. There we go. Give him the vigiles. Or the vigiles. And then you can head to Samasada.
Hold this at garrison.
There we go. Much smarter. He now has a strong spear line.
We hunger for battle.
And you can go and give us some more. I definitely think the vigiles are worth the extra, like, 6 gold that we pay.
Are you ready to serve Rome?
Can get 4 in 1 turn. Yeah, definitely worth it.
At your command.
I want you over here.
To your duties, men.
I don't like the fact that we're struggling so much. But dismantled coal building is an issue, actually. That is...
Swift.
The Lockmits are recruiting. The Sassanids have a force there. That's fine. It's not the worst thing in the world. Probably need to grab a couple more units pretty fast. Our economy is looking up, guys. That is the most important thing. I'm really questioning, do we keep this? Because it gives us -2 banditry, which is pretty strong right now, actually. That is also due to the population being pretty unhappy. Buildings, regions, trade routes. So if we went this route, we'd get a -20 banditry, a decent little garrison, 8 security, really decent. If we go over here, we get tax rate. That is it, basically. We get tax rate. Over here, we get a bit of food, but at the cost of a lot of other things. I'm fairly certain if there's anything here that's worth it, it'd be the Vigilis Urbani, or Urban. I'm going to butcher all these names, but I do think that would be what would be worth it. Meanwhile, we do have a lot of benefits. Maritime commerce is going down due to this being contested. Local commerce is pretty high, though. Public order, squalor, 100 wealth from local commerce, 3 wealth from all sources. That's pretty good, especially since we have the Great Kalmanide. +4 owning faction cultural influence, 800 wealth, but a lot of public order issues. We could get the gladiatorial ring or the amphitheater, which grants a butt ton of public order. Okay. We could do that. The wine trader, 18% from trade, 30% from wealth. It increases our banditry issues, though. You give a good bit of wealth from agriculture. That could be very helpful. Our library would grant research rates. Definitely not worth the library. Not here, anyways. So yeah, it's either the spice, the amphitheater, the delicatessen, or potentially, I think getting the spice would be better than the wine because we're going to get more benefits over time. That's how I'm thinking it's going to go. Because, yeah, this is squalor and public order. Now, that's 2 public order, though. 70 wealth, 10% wealth from... I'm assuming this is all regions. 10% wealth from agriculture. 26%. The more this goes up, though, the better. That gives 100 wealth. That's going to give 250. That's 200. Yeah. And this is a main settlement building granting us, wow, an 80% wealth from farming a grain estate. We have 2 grain estates. So that's very nice. That would grant us industry. Oh, I didn't realize this. Miles Hormos probably doesn't need a trade region. Minus 21% wealth from maritime commerce because it's shared. I definitely don't think Miles Hormos needs this. So just dismantle that, and we will go from there. And I guess we'll keep everything else. We have the money, though. I really do want to spend it. I think we need a Oh, we do. I really would love to get rid of this. That 10 sanitation is not worth the... Okay, a cultural difference is actually -1, so it's not really the problem. The problem is taxes and slaves, which I'm doing my best to eliminate the slave issue. So Tyro sits over here, granting us 200 wealth for 6 banditry. We could level up Door. Europus here, granting us a research rate increase. Public order. Sanitation would be fine. Food would also be okay. Yep, go for that. We could level up... Ooh, okay, so this... Okay, so the garrison doesn't change. Which is truly unfortunate. I was hoping the garrison would change. Okay, so with that, Tarsus is making literally nothing because it's a military complex. So... I'm thinking we get the civil market. But in that same vein, at that rate, it's not really worth it. Thapsus, on the other hand, could grant us quite the boon in food. Yeah, it really could. Food or wealth, one of the two, but I think food would be beneficial in Thapsus. Or Thapsicus. Thapsicus. Forgot. Sorry, we changed the names of some of these places. Now, we could... cultural difference is fine, honestly. That extra sanitation is a-okay with me. So yeah, let's go for the farm. Things are looking okay. Holy crap, I'm really shocked to say that. I really, really am. Himyar is willing to potentially trade.
I greet you in my master's feared name. Speak in honesty, and you will be answered likewise.
Okay, so we are getting some... Oh my god.
We have...
Wow. Wow. We're getting really lucky with the south of... We're getting really lucky with the Arabian Peninsula and the south of Egypt. We're finding some really good friends over here. And you hate the Sassanids.
Welcome, friend. Welcome. Come.
Very nice.
I will...
The only thing is though, they've got to stay alive.
I will be able... We can...
Welcome.
Okay, so Oxum doesn't want anything to do with us for now.
You have my attention.
Okay, I think war with Armenia and the Sassanids is coming, and it's coming fast. I need this army up and running. The Vigiles will do a decent job. I don't like that now that I think about it. I really don't like that. Shit. I think we need an army in Tarsus, like, stat. We already have a maximum of 6 armies. We have so many armies. Oh, didn't mean to go all the way up there. Alright. Things are stabilizing. Things are stabilizing really, really well. Miles Hormos is pretty safe, so I feel pretty confident in getting that potentially.
For honor and glory.
But yeah, let's level that up as well. And then let us take, well, yeah, we're good. Let's get a battle. We've been doing a lot of campaign. Let us go in and besiege one of the last 2 Egyptian settlements that they have. Welcome to the final battle of the episode, everybody. A quick slaughter of a exposed Roman garrison as we push the Egyptian governor to the brink of destruction. Going forth, we're sending our cav to deal with the reinforcing navy that they have here. And this is going to be the first look at one of our new units, I believe the Palmyrene Lanciari, a shock cavalry, and looking mighty deadly. I love the look of them. And these poor skirmishers do not know what's about to hit them as they try to flee, the shore. Oh, they're running from us. Oh, but it don't matter. You ain't getting away. It's going to be a lackluster charge, but it's still a charge. Oh, it still doesn't matter. Oh, it doesn't matter at all. It's a slaughter of these poor ranged units. Meanwhile, we are engaging our forces over here using the last bit of auxiliary Egyptian infantry we have to tie up some of their melee units while our professional skirmishers move around the flanks. 2 of them will aid the infantry, and the other 2 are going to deal with their skirmisher unit. We are going to receive some rear fire, or returning fire, but none of it's going to be enough to really hurt us. And the Vigiles, I never get it right the first time. The Vigiles are going to start crumbling as, you know, the Vigiles are basically, they're just city guard. They're just city, oh my dear God, it doesn't matter what you are, you're gonna die when you've got 5 javelins in you. But a very swift battle. We've also just caught their general, well, what would be their general over here, between our new cav, and Zenobia is gonna get in on the action just a little bit. Oh my God, that one guy going flying. And then the general absolutely demolishing that unit. Like, some men are getting up and they're immediately being stabbed by a sword. A very quick slaughter. And with it, the city is ours. And I will see you on the campaign map. A quick, brutal, and decisive slaughter befalls this settlement, and we will be occupying it. Raising it to the ground, I see no purpose. Our Imperium has increased. Nothing else? Oh, we got an increase in rank. Household is... Okay, we've seen some of this. Alright. So she's leveled up, and so has the Legion of Jupiter. We gain the missile first one. I'd like us... We are going to be rolling with a lot of spears. Oh, but that could be nice. Keepers of Peace. Against raiding armies. Okay, so that's raiding armies only. Defenses, armor, melee defense skill. Attack range for all missile infantry and cav units. Missile melee. Let's go for formidable spearmen. We could get this to tier 3, which is going to grant 3 growth, 3 public order, and that is it. This could go up to tier 3, giving us an extra gravitas. Force concentration. What is that ability, I wonder? So she's pretty decked out. I don't think we need the mercenary. Replenishment rate, ammunition, armor. Siege holdout, enemy holdout, attrition losses, or efficient recruiter, which grants a good bit of benefits to army. Oh, that upkeep 15%, or a master attacker. Armor, gravitas, weapon damage inflicted by all units, or lawkeeper grants, like we've seen lawkeeper for sure. I think we go for master attacker. So we've got that. Very nice. And you have been secured. You're fairly Roman already, so that's good. This army is going to get a chance to get 8 units plus a 5, so that is going to be a sizable force. We can't really get anything. I mean, the hillmen. We could get hillmen. Merge them. We could get some cannon fodder hillmen. There we go, yeah. 4 hillmen. That'll help that battle a lot. We're getting 2 pikes over here in case that army runs this way. Plus the garrison, which will decrease by 1 skirmisher, so it'll be 6. It'll be 9 troops total against their 8 if they try to do something funny. Alright. With that, I'm going to end the turn and see what happens. And then that's going to be it, everybody. That's going to be all that we can do for this episode. I am out of time, unfortunately, but I've learned a thing or two from Legendary, and that is, don't end episode.
A treaty would be an arrow.
See, listen, I do think we're buddies, but I don't want to necessarily get drawn into your drama, you know? Okay, so we did complete that research. Greek military traditions. Character traits. Okay, we've got quite a few problems. Alright. Our spy up here in the north leveled up. Wait, you know what? We're not going to do any of that. We are going to handle this. I'm going to look at who was dealt with the traits, just to have a remembrance of that. That army did move, so they're somewhere here, I bet. But that is where we're going to call today's episode. We have secured Egyptus. We are pushing into a bit of Libya now to finally finish off the Egyptian governorship. But other than that, folks, things have really taken an uptick. We've secured our southern border. We've made a couple of friends and trade agreements. And I'm excited to see where the rest of this campaign goes. And somehow, like every other outro I've done so far in this campaign, we have managed to make it with all achievements intact on Legendary, and I cannot wait to catch you guys in the next episode. But until then, I've been your host, Salty, and my sleepy co-host, Winston. Catch you all later.